Okay guys, here's my T66. It's been used, as you can tell. We're building a pond right now, and we're also with the water feature, got a lot of site work going on, but we've been using the bucket, and then I also been using my forks. But I'll show you too on how these are automatically adjusted from the inside. So I try to keep these clean as possible, but when you're using them and working with them, it gets dirty. So the first thing I do when you come in, you want to put your seatbelt on, and then you lower this safety thing, otherwise the Bobcat won't go. And I put my phone right up here, and with the door being shut, hit the green button, which will activate. And since it's already run, I don't have to punch in a code, but typically there's a code, you don't have to. And I got full fuel, and what I got to do is now hit this button, and it starts. Here is my throttle. You can see the turtle and the rabbit. So I want to speed this thing all the way up so that it builds up the RPMs. You can see the RPMs are up real high. We want to keep it that way, and it's a nice day, so I don't have to turn the AC on. There's that AC, heat, that's a defrost. So I'll just keep those turned off in the vents. Now when I get it started, it won't go until I get this turned on. And here, the right side lever is what runs the bucket. Up, pull back, goes up, push forward, goes down. And then the left to right doesn't do anything on this right now because there's another setting. I'm in the ISO. Some people like the H, where you can change the throttles. I'm an ISO guy. So right hand runs the bucket up and down, left hand is forward and reverse. So I'm gonna go up ahead here and show you guys. I have to bring back some rock because I got a guy working. Also, I'm gonna show you too, if I wanted, down below here, my foot feet is I can stop the gas. See there, push forward, slows it down, so I can control it that way without reaching up and doing it right here. All right, so we got that going for us. And another thing I can do while I'm driving, if I want to see behind me, I can hit this camera button. So hit the camera, and then right up here, I can see everything going on behind me. And I have a white line for the middle, and then red for if I run into something, yellow's caution, green, I'm good. So it's trying to get the clean stuff on the top. And then you can kind of move it, bounce it a little bit, and get it to come in the back. And then I use my reverse. Also, there's a horn right here I kind of like. That's on this left bottom knob. That's in case you want to tell people, get their attention. All right, I'm gonna take this rock back as they were building the water feature, and then I'll show you how I change the forks. It's real simple to do when you disconnect and add new attachments. Also, if you're driving along, you can program your phone so that you can take phone calls. You can adjust the volume for your music. So I use that quite a bit, but right now we don't have time for that. So I'm gonna honk the horn here and get Logan's attention. All the way down. I'll dump it all. All right, so again, right hand forward, cruising along. Got to use my horn, and I'll show you how we easily remove a bucket. Just park it right here, right beside it. Put it right on down. So then I'm gonna hit tack up. So I want to tack it up, bob, tack up, and then watch these levers come up down here. I just got to take my right hand and kind of move the bucket down and lower it, and I can back right out, and the bucket's disconnected. If I can come right over here, if I want to pick up these forks, kind of do the same thing. Come in slow, and I want to try to pick it up. Sometimes it's a little tricky, you got to raise her up. Kind of bounce it a little bit to get it on. Then you come over here, want to tack it down, bob tack down, and so all those should come all the way down. That's how you do that. I'll put the bucket back on, that's what we're using today. Tack down. There she goes. That worked out perfect. They're both down. Now I can go back. So then to shut her off, I like to kind of wind it down, get things slowed down here a bit, and then we can go back to the screen. There's the rear camera. No one's behind me. And then all I do is hit the stop. And then it puts it automatically in park. And what's nice too is here's this glass door. You can see through it really well, and I've got these windows on the side over here that if I wanted to get some fresh air in, you just slide that back and forth. And typically I leave those closed because it's usually dusty and on the job site. But another thing on these are heavy duty and really take care of them. There's I can't remember, it's close to like 13 or plus 14 zerts. So you want to grease all these little grease zerts. There's one here, there's down here. So on each side you just go around and take care of your equipment. And there's one down here, and you come across the back. All these need to be greased. One through here, here, down there. You want to do that about every 10 hours, and I keep a logbook inside my Bobcat so I can keep track with the hours, and there's an hour meter on here. That way, if you take good care of your equipment, it should look nice. I'm a little embarrassed because it's usually I like to keep things nice and clean, but we've been using it for about 25-30 hours since I shined it up, and that's only been a couple of days worth of work. So got to get her shut. And once we're done here, I always at the end of the week come in and we will power wash, get everything cleaned up and keep it looking nice. And on the very back, for the fuel, right here it goes in. I just filled it up the other day, and this is the filter that you want to check. It just pulls out. Every time I change gas or put gas in it, I take this filter out, and all you got to do is just kind of bang it on the side, nice and easy. Get the dust out. That's all you got to do. Clean it out of here, just put it right back in. It snaps into place. I like to keep this thing pointing down because that's where the dirt will go in and blow out once it gets too much dirt. It's real simple. Just put it on, twist it a little notch, lock her in. And this is something I like to clean up as well. So really heavy duty. There's my backup camera. This keeps track of what's going on. And again, the same zerts on that side are over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So maybe there's 16, 8 on each side. There's quite a bit. But here, when I did, these are the brackets. Those are not manual. They're all done from inside, and that's what locks in the attachments. And if I want to add more attachments, which I have a big mower, here are the fluids for the hydraulics. I will snap those in, and those will run my hydraulic big mower. Also, before I start each day, I want to open this up. We got a fuel gauge inside. You can see how much fuel is here. It's got a really good size opening when you're dumping diesel. I use a funnel, and then it's always important to check the oil. Here's the oil. Well, that's where it goes in, but then you check it up a little bit higher. So this is the dipstick. That's what I was. You check the oil on this thing. We do that again. Take a look. It might be maybe a quart low, so that's pretty good. We'll work on putting some in here in a little bit. But other than that, we check the filter. I showed you how we pull that off after every time we gas her up. And then this fluid, that's your antifreeze, and you can tell it's pretty simple. It's all visual. And what I do is I'll sometimes hose this out, being real careful, not when it's hot and when we're all done. But it's got this heavy duty steel gate, and this area, this can also lift up as well. There's a latch that this can be released, and that's where your big cooling system is. So